So, welcome back to the Maracanã, where we are underway in the second half. Argentina leading this Copa America final by an Angel Di Maria goal to nil. And we thought that Brazil needed to change something, and during the interval, Fred has been replaced by Roberto Firmino. So very much an attacking change from Tite right at the start of this second period, Leon.
Yeah, no surprise to see him make a positive substitution. I don't think Brazil have been anywhere near it in the first half, so I think he had to make a change. He had to think about how to affect the game positively. Fred being on a yellow card, easy one to replace. That'll mean Lucas Paqueta comes a touch deeper, puts a lot more pressure on Casemiro defensively when Argentina are in possession of the ball or on the counter-attack, but 1-0 behind in a final. They need to go in search of the equaliser.
Firmino did score in the last competitive game between the nations in that semi-final success for Brazil at this stadium in the Copa 2 years ago. Is this to be Messi's moment? So much talk about whether he can truly be seen as the greatest if he hasn't won a senior title with his nation. Although his coach Lionel Scaloni, along with a lot of the other great and good of the game, said that Messi doesn't need to win any particular title in particular to prove his greatness. Montiel, Di Maria, whose inclusion in the starting lineup this evening has looked like a very good call.
Yeah, it has, and it's his own making though. His performance when he came on in the semi-final against Colombia was impressive. He's carried it on here this evening in the final. He's been very positive. He's been able to drive with the ball to put Brazil players on the back foot defensively. He's been a real asset to that Argentinian attack.
Well, it's been a long wait for Argentina to toast a Copa America success once again. 28 years since they last did so. If they do emerge victorious this evening, they will draw level with Uruguay on 15 Copa successes overall. Richarlison doing a good incredulous impression there at not getting the decision.
Well, I think he's got a point, to be fair. I think either it's a foul or it's a corner kick. I'd like to see it again. Oh, I'd take that back. It was Richarlison's foot that played the ball out of the field. Really good spot by the referee.
Otamendi there, I think, miscontrolled the ball, but then tried to make out he was letting it run. Here's Messi, who will run. First time he's really had some open space in front of him. Offloads to Di Maria. Angel Di Maria tried to work it back to Messi. Good strength to nudge Casemiro off the ball, which is no easy feat.
It's not. It's the kind of space that Brazil are taking the gamble on in this second half with the replacement of Fred out of that position. Messi's clever, he's intelligent, he'll drop into those spaces, he'll pick the ball up and able to drive. Casemiro cannot cover the whole midfield by himself, so expect to see Messi on the ball and then positions again in the second half.
Oh, risky. Richarlison onto it, Neymar wants it. Still Richarlison. That's a bit of a waste. Here's Rodrigo de Paul, and Paqueta halts him illegally.
It's top class midfield play by de Paul. He knew his team were in trouble, got back and sensed it. nicked the ball, run away with it, and then just bought that free kick, allowed his team to get up the pitch. Real intelligent play.
Here's Messi. Lovely stuff. Tees it up for Di Maria. Collected by Neymar. He was crunched there, advantage play, there is none. And so Lo Celso doesn't even need to look up because he knew the yellow card was coming.
Yeah, from my first impression, he's fortunate it's only a yellow. Such was the impact. I'd be interested to see about the studs were. Yeah, studs were low. Certainly a lot of force in the tackle. Wasn't really, he certainly knew he wasn't really going to get the ball. It's more about making sure Neymar couldn't continue in his run. Considering he'd beat 2 or 3 players already, had a lot of space to run into. Not the worst yellow card he'll ever take.
Marquinhos. Firmino worked on for Everton. Renan Lodi. Everton back to Renan Lodi. Charlison trying to make something of it. Martinez away from Marquinhos nicely. Paqueta back to double up on him. It came off the inter-forward last.
It was just unfortunate, wasn't he? Did the first part really well. It just lacked the pace, really, to be able to get away from those recovering Brazilian defenders. That's the danger for Brazil. They know they're going to have to start forcing the issue in this second half. They will leave spaces for the counter-attack.
Richarlison is in and scores, but the flag is up. They will check it, but Richarlison's celebrations are short-lived.
Well, again, it was a really late flag by the assistant referee. Take nothing away from the finish when it came back. The reaction, here we see. Yeah, I think he's probably got that one just right. Did well initially. Richarlison skipped past Otamendi, tried to pick our teammate in the middle, and when it came back, reacted ever so well. Just straight, just half a yard offside.
While the goal doesn't stand, it certainly got the Brazil fans inside the Maracanã jumping. Around about 7,000 supporters have been admitted into this famous arena tonight. No tickets were put on sale. It was guests from both of the Argentine and Brazilian football associations that were allowed entry. And perhaps because he's walking a tightrope after that yellow card for the challenge on his Paris Saint-Germain teammate Neymar, Leandro Paredes will make way.
I'd suggest that's exactly why Paredes is leaving the field. Don't want to gamble with him being on a yellow card, potentially going down to 10 men. He's had a pretty good game in that position.
The man who's coming on for him, Guido Rodriguez, is an even more defence-minded defensive midfielder. So he will just sit there. He actually got another head of Paredes in the last game. Here's Richarlison! Blocked well by Martinez, although Richarlison may feel that he didn't really hit it as well as he wanted.
I just think his first touch just got away from him momentarily, just made the angle just a touch more. But you see the numbers Brazil get forward. Argentina just can't cope. That run by Paqueta just opens the space up Richarlison, but I think it's a poor first touch. I think it just takes it a little bit too wide for him, and then he's always trying to stretch to bring the ball back into play rather than striding onto it comfortably. Still hits it really well, hits it true, hits it strong. Martinez equal to it. They're getting chances now, Brazil, just starting to grow into the game, getting numbers forward.
rested Emi Martinez more in the opening 10 minutes of the second half than they did across the entirety of the first period. Suddenly become their go-to man. And offside against Paqueta. Play goes on for now. Down goes Neymar. And now the flag goes up for the offside.
Yeah, I think you've got to... I understand the reasoning. I do think you've got to raise your flag if you're quite confident that it is offside. Just allowing play to continue. You're allowing potential for dangerous play. Richarlison's seeing an awful lot more of the ball. It's just the weight of numbers that Brazil are getting forward. He is offside. It is quite close, actually. Richarlison certainly figuring a lot more in this second half. Brazil flooded men forward. Argentina not able to cope at the minute.
Making the change as he tries to change the course of this game and avoid his first ever defeat in the Copa America. He's never been on the end of a loss. 9 wins and 3 draws so far. He's equalled Mario Zagallo as the Brazil manager with the longest unbeaten run in the competition's history. Lo Celso couldn't work it onto Messi. Casemiro's there. Richarlison, a bit more of a spring in the step of Brazil now. And Firmino stopped in his steps by Acuna.
Competitive in the middle of the pitch at the moment. Seems desperately trying to win the ball back for the opposition. Brazil have been a lot better in the second half.
Thiago Silva. Neymar took the contact, and then did he make contact on Rodrigo de Paul? Well, the free kick has gone Argentina's way. And de Paul is making it very clear that he was caught in the face.
I think Argentina players really close to the situation and wanting more action from the referee. I don't see it myself. I think when you're a player who runs with the ball and holds the ball like Neymar does, you can't do it without your arms, you can't do it without your hands. That was just a hand in the face rather than a swinging arm. Here we just see that Richarlison offside. Wasn't by much, but certainly enough.
They get a lot more lines than we do in the Premier League.
There's a good reaction finish in the end by Richarlison. All in vain.
Lo Celso. Almost an hour played then at the Maracanã. This intense rivalry. I saw the well-respected and just generally brilliant journalist Tim Vickery say that this is the purest rivalry in football, which I really like the sound of. No historical context, it's just about football, producing arguably the greatest players that the game has ever seen. Martinez's touch wasn't the greatest you've ever seen. Well, Argentina just starting to sit in a bit, and as I said to you earlier, Leon, they've had a habit in this competition of starting games really well, being on the front foot, asking questions, and then starting to just fade.
Yeah, I've seen it myself. They're just wonder if they've just overexerted themselves in the first part of this game. I actually think Brazil have been much better in this second half. I said they've committed men forward, they're taking off Fred, bringing on Firmino, another attacking player, bodies into the attacking areas of the field. It's just give Argentina something else to think about. The midfielders are now looking over the shoulder defensively rather than looking about what they can close down ahead of them. They could usually see Fred and Casemiro. Now they're always looking, trying to find Neymar, trying to find Paqueta. It's a much more difficult way of defending that way.
Argentina have only won one of their last 19 away games against Brazil. That sole victory coming in a friendly here at the Maracanã back in 1998 when Claudio Lopez scored late on to snatch a 1-0 win. It doesn't happen very often. What an occasion for Argentina to prize a victory in the backyard of their big rivals.
You're right, it doesn't happen very often, but well, that was when the Maracanã was full to the brim. Huge support. Slightly different at the moment with everything that's going on. The atmosphere, albeit great to have fans back in the stadium, isn't as intense as it would be usually. This is an opportunity for Argentina. Real tussle. He's had a good game, DePaul. A good hour of this game. Featured heavily in that midfield for Argentina. Winning his side a free kick there.
Well, Vinicius Junior, who has hardly had any game time, the Real Madrid winger, looks like he's about to be chapped on as well by Brazil, but not before this free kick is dispatched by Messi. Good delivery it was as well, well defended by Richarlison. It's worked its way back to Messi.
It was good defending. 2 occasions there. Danilo on Messi. Wonderful header by Richarlison. Very important because it was a good free kick by Messi.
So, Vinicius Junior for Brazil. And off goes Lo Celso for Argentina. Nicolas Tagliafico is his replacement. Everton, the man that Vinicius Junior has come on for. Oof, dear, that is an awful pass from Thiago Silva. And it will be a gift of a corner for Argentina. Ederson can generally control the ball pretty well, no matter what the trajectory of it was, but the Manchester City man was never able to prevent that going behind. Will it be a costly error?
It was unlike him, wasn't it? Did take a huge bobble just as it arrived at his foot.
Taken short. Here's Messi. Messi. Di Maria will chase, and Renan Lodi will jockey behind. Messi. Di Maria one way, Messi going in alone. Messi, brilliant stuff, goes over, doesn't get the decision. Brazil get the clearance.
Well, I don't say this very often about Messi, but I just think he just chose the wrong option. He had Di Maria making a terrific run, really did make ground up on his right-hand side. He had Martinez on his left.
Paqueta sends it wide. Firmino won't get there. Di Maria. Here's Casemiro. Neymar sends it on. Here's Vinicius Junior. Did he keep it in? Argentina have it back. Di Maria gives it away. Vinicius Junior Tried to poke it to Neymar. Di Maria. Intensity has just gone up a touch. Di Maria has gone down.
It does. It was lovely play on this near touchline. Di Maria heavily involved. Lovely bit of play. 1-2. Real composure. And then he's certainly trying to buy that free kick. Had an awful lot of ground to make up. Neymar bought it. Good play. I just wondered, with the joy that Brazil were getting at the start of the second half, how Argentina would react. And that sub of Tagliafico says it all to me. Taking off Lo Celso from midfield. I think Tagliafico coming on that left-hand side with Acuna just going on the outside of him, just giving them that extra security on that far side of the field.
Messi was caught by Renan Lodi.
Certainly no getting away from it being a free kick. It's actually a cynical one, I think, from Lodi. I think he knows Messi's going to be running around him. He does stick his leg out to make sure he makes some sort of contact. I think for the rest of this game, certainly if the scoreline remains the same, they'll take the time over those decisions, Argentina.
Di Maria finding Messi, looking for the angle for the shot, couldn't find it, but did come for Guido Rodriguez to chance his arm, but case probably of the wrong man in the right spot there for Argentina. Ederson, cool as you like. Marquinhos. Paqueta dispossessed. It's a good squeeze from Argentina, although Brazil have come away with it. Neymar taking on De Paul and hauled down by him. That'll be a booking.
Easy one for the assist for the referee there. This moment that he realised Neymar had skipped past him. He wasn't going to allow him to run at his centre halves with runners either side. Made sure, took the cynical foul, took the yellow card. Just like I said with the Celso earlier in the game, I don't think it's one he'll be too displeased with.
A quarter of the game to go. Argentina still lead. Neymar drills in. Casemiro didn't really appeal for much.
Not an awful lot in that one.
There he is, Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, who will be hot-footing it across the Atlantic to London to see England against Italy at Wembley in the final of Euro 2020.
Commercial.
Doubted. Cristian Romero has remained down.
Yeah, as I said, I think you're going to see this an awful lot for the remainder of this game. Anytime there's a coming together, anytime there's possibility of a foul or a booking or a decision, they really do. They make it really difficult for a referee.
Martinez, no foul there though. Neymar on the charge. Richarlison. Can't find a teammate. It's getting a bit scrappy, getting a bit frenetic.
Yeah, it's backs to the wall at the moment for Argentina. Defended quite well for the game so far, but just finding themselves a little bit penned in.
Firmino didn't quite pull that one off. The ball goes over, and this time he gets the free kick.
And that's exactly what Argentina want. Stop, start, slowing the game down. Bookings for the opposition. Having an opportunity to take a breather, having defended. quite deep for the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. I don't think there was an awful lot in that one. Certainly right in front of Scaloni on that Argentina bench. You could hear his cry.
Di Maria. Back it goes from Montiel. Romero, who missed the last few games through injury. Big boost for Argentina to have him available tonight. He is seen as the best of the centre-halves that they have at their disposal. 2 balls on the pitch there. Heard about that in another big game recently. Renan Lodi. Neymar. Oh, it might come for Paqueta. Couldn't quite find the angle to fashion an attempt on goal.
Well, he was nearly in again. Paqueta has a real way, I'd say, of drifting into those spaces. I don't think the pass was intended for him. I think Messi was trying to find Firmino as he was bustled off the ball. Paqueta drifts in behind. You thought for a moment he was going to get another important goal for his team. Just always off balance. Tagliafico well marshalled in that situation.
More changes coming from Tite. Di Maria. Marquinhos to Casemiro. Neymar. Firmino, I think, let it run. Paqueta, the latest in the book. Referee seems to have found his pocket.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? A silly one. I don't think there was enough in that to be a yellow card. I wouldn't think so by the screams that are going on with every challenge at the moment, though. Really don't want to lose to each other, do they? The desire to win this football match.
Messi has worked that well. Dangerous ball gathered by Ederson. Renan Lodi, bit of a heavy touch. Di Maria closing. Vinicius Junior. Oh, Di Maria has leapt in there, and at first glance that looked like a very, very risky decision.
Well, certainly a strong challenge. Seemed like he got enough of the ball.
Neymar went over, doesn't get the free kick. It's going to be a 20-minute period that the referee's going to have to concentrate more than any of the players.
Yeah, he's just got to be aware that there are 1 or 2 players from either side at the moment. Actually, they're just trying to buy free kicks, opportunities at times to skip away, and then they're trying to go down and buy a free kick. Ball skipping out to play, people going to ground. Brazil to try and end their side opportunities. Argentina just to try and run the clock down.
Charleston felt he was impeded there, but is told to get on with it. Di Maria. Martinez hasn't quite been at it this evening, the Inter Milan forward. Scored in all of his last 3 games for Argentina. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria. Martinez was waiting for that one. Hacked clear by Paqueta.
That was a big header by Danilo at the back post. 2 players just skipping around the back. You thought the ball from Di Maria looked inch perfect initially. Danilo just pulled himself away from Marquinhos, who he was just a touch close to. Made a great header.
On the charge now is Firmino. Tried to thread it through for Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Again, doing from the referee.
I watched it well. It was just enough of a touch on the ball. And Montiel went to ground early, but a great tackle.
Neymar, collected by Messi. Di Maria doesn't get the throw. And here come those changes. So, Renan Lodi is going to be replaced by Emerson. And Lucas Paqueta makes way for the man known as Gabigol, Gabriel Barbosa, the Flamengo forward.
Well, that is another positive change by Tite. Just trying to get goal scorers onto the field, players who can really make a difference. They've been much better in the second half, Brazil, but barring the two offsides, they haven't really troubled Martinez in that goal. A lot more play, a lot more possession, a lot more territory, without troubling the goalkeeper.
Here's Marquinhos. Marquinhos. Both sides came into this game with their most recent defeats coming against each other. Argentina's last defeat was in the Copa semi-finals 2 years ago to Brazil, and the 1-0 Argentine victory in a friendly 4 months after that semi in the game played in Saudi Arabia was Brazil's last loss. Oh! Well, the referee making it very clear that he saw nothing untoward there. Collected, though, by Vinicius Junior. No way through. It will be a throw, and it will be a triple change from Argentina.
Well, I think they'll check it, but I think he got it just about right, the referee there. His positioning tonight has been wonderful. He's always been right on hand. You see the levels of frustration just reaching fever pitch at the moment. He will check it with VAR.
Andres Cunha is the man watching the replays this evening.
He just felt that he took just too long on the ball. Barbosa just felt for a moment that he was just sneaking in, but I think Rodriguez just gets his leg there in time, sticks it out. Yes, he probably makes contact, but there's enough contact with the ball as well.
It was great there with Guido Rodriguez as he started to go down in agony, but then still made sure he wagged his finger to make it clear it wasn't a foul.
I wasn't quite sure what he was claiming for. Was he fouled? Was he not fouled? Was he hurt?
Pezzella on for Romero is like for like. Ezequiel Palacios looks like he's about to replace Angel Di Maria. And Lautaro Martinez also goes off with Nico Gonzalez replacing him. With Pezzella coming on for Romero, might mean that they're a bit more susceptible to pace at the back, the centre of the Argentine defence now.
It's just more energy, I feel, at this stage of the game. All three players had a pretty good match.
Emerson coming forwards here. Barbosa. goal kick.
Well, he's not endearing himself to the home fans and the home players this evening. The referee has been very strong. All credit to him. He's certainly been close to each action he's called. See, again, he must only have been 4 or 5 yards away from that. Otamendi making a good tackle. I do actually think that one's a corner kick, if I'm being honest. He's had the courage of his convictions, the referee.
First time that Argentina have played a Copa America final in Brazil, and they are 10 minutes away from winning in the backyard of their arch enemies. And now something that has been on the cards for a while has happened. It's boiled over, and the referee needs eyes in the back of his head here.
As you said, it's been in danger of spilling over ever since Di Maria got that opening goal. It was a tough tackle that started it off by Otamendi stepping right in. I don't think it's a dangerous tackle by Otamendi, but it was one that certainly said, "You're not getting by me." Made sure there was not only a tackle to the shin, I think there was an arm into the ribs of Neymar, which caused more of the damage. And as all good teammates do, you leap to the defence of your felled player. That was just a little bit too much from both sides. The referee quick again to calm things down.
In from Neymar. Cleared by Montiel. Now let's say wall of sky blue and white between Brazil and Emi Martinez's goal at times now. Marquinhos up there. Over goes Barbosa. It's going to come to Vinicius Junior. Oh, and here's a chance for Barbosa! Side netting. It's a corner, but he knows it could have been a whole lot more.
It could have been. I think it was Pizzella. A wonderful piece of defending. Didn't look like he was getting there, but made sure he did.
Neymar trying to get the couple of thousand Brazil fans going. His corner doesn't come to anything, although then Danilo was able to chance his arm.
I expect him to do better, Danilo. I've seen him hit some wonderful strikes from those distances. Maybe felt a little bit rushed. Here's that goal again. De Paul with a decent enough pass. Probably expected it to get cut out by Renan Lodi. Di Maria, as all good strikers do, they just gamble, run in behind, expect a mistake. And once that comes, a wonderful goal. It could be the difference as it stands. What a big goal that will be for Argentina. You said how long it's been.
They've also suffered heartbreak in so many finals as well. They've lost the last 6 finals they've played at senior level, 4 in the Copa America, 1 in the Confederations Cup, and the World Cup final here at this very stadium in 2014. It would be very, very sweet to end that run here against this nation. And how sweet it would be for him too, to do it in Neymar's backyard. He's not used to this, Tite. Not only has he never lost a game in the Copa America during his 5 years in charge, he's only lost 5 matches.
That's an incredible record. I'm sure he'd swap one of those for 4 or 5 of those to make sure he came away with victory today.
Just a reminder that while we didn't have extra time in the quarterfinals or the semi-finals, if Brazil were to get a leveller, we would have extra time tonight. Will they fashion one here? They've got a corner.
Good run by Danilo, but again, one of those two centre-halves. Romero's been replaced by Prezella, but joining with Otamendi, the defended though penalty area ever so well this evening.
In it goes, and well, I don't think that Thiago Silva was expecting that.
Oh, it's headed onto him. More of a reaction from him. Yeah, we see they're coming together. Marquinhos with the barge into the back of Otamendi. I'm not sure why it made his legs stop working.
Well, it is the smattering of Albiceleste's supporters that are making the noise. 4 minutes plus stoppage time away from ending their wait for success. Edison, Marquinhos, closed by Messi. Casemiro. Now it's Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Well, he played for that, and he's got the free kick, and then he's got himself in a bit of a squabble too with Ezequiel Palacios.
Yeah, clear foul. I think they need to get the ball onto Vinicius Junior more, get him running at Montiel. It's been a very physical game. You've just seen the blood on the sock of Montiel as he was making that challenge. They've really gone toe-to-toe. It's not been one for the purist of wonderful open football, but it's certainly been very competitive.
Delivered by Neymar. And still alive, Barbosa's effort tipped over the top by Emi Martinez. Most testing save that he's had to make tonight. And the Villa keeper preserves Argentina's advantage.
He does a great save, but that's a wonderful piece of technique by Barbosa.
Neymar's ball in, doesn't clear the first man. That one wasn't the greatest either. De Paul couldn't bring it under his spell. He's gone down. Brazil will play on. Pinged in towards Thiago Silva. Richarlison heaved in. Away it goes by Gonzalez. Rodriguez sends it forwards. Here's Messi. This is the danger as Brazil pour forwards. Messi for De Paul. Messi wants it back. Here he is. Is this his moment? Oh no, it's not. Would you believe it? Lionel Messi with the chance to wrap up the Copa America for Argentina. And he, of all people, fluffs his lines.
Oh, well, that moment could be huge. What a pass it was by De Paul in that situation.
Neymar. It's a let-off for Brazil, who will have the chance from a free kick here.
Well, there's an awful lot of complaints going on. I thought the tackle, it's by Montiel, I thought the tackle on Vinicius Junior initially was the one that would be pulled up. It wasn't on Vinicius Junior, it was on Emerson. Went right through the back, he then jumps up and watches his teammate Rodriguez make another one. And you see there, Neymar just flicking out into the midriff of Montiel. There'll be a complaining about a cut or a scrape down his side. What a chance that was for Messi at the other end. A wonderful counter-attack. And this game should be done and dusted. Messi should be putting that one away.
As it is, Brazil still have hope, although they don't have much time. Out comes Edison. Imagine there'll be a fair amount of stoppage time bolted on. Swung in by Casemiro. Oh, what a waste that is. And they are dropping like flies. How about that, though, from him?
Yeah, it's something that you just expect him to score. As we see that Barbosa effort again, wonderful piece of technique. A very important save by Martinez. You just see a few petulant moments, a few moments where players barging into backs, kicking out, frustration spilling over. Not for those people, not for those fans who have been able to make it into the stadium.
Well, he wants to know how much longer they've got to see out. We are in to additional time.
Brazil just need to keep the game flowing, keep the ball in play. Stop start Argentina.
So 5 additional minutes is the total that Lionel Scaloni's side need to negotiate, and they're using every trick in the book here to run down every possible second. Messi. Well, he has had a really good spell in charge. Nearly 3 years at the helm now, Lionel Scaloni, after the resignation of Jorge Sampaoli after the 2018 World Cup.
There's that counter-attack again. Look at the way he glides and runs with his head in the air, makes that pass, keeps going. This is where you expect him to score. I think Ederson does really well, to be honest. Comes out really quickly, denies Messi the opportunity to pass it into the back of the goal. The strange thing is he's just seems to take his eye off the ball, and the moment he should be dribbling around the goalkeeper, very un-Messi-like.
Emerson. Given to De Paul, he can settle it here! Ederson to the rescue to spare Emerson's blushes. Neymar shrugs off the challenge. Messi stuck out a boot there. It's a real scrap. De Paul surely will just head for the corner. Messi, beautiful stuff. The spin just goes against him.
He doesn't quite manage to keep that in, but a bit of play before it by De Paul. It was absolutely sensational. He's been terrific tonight. Certainly one of the star men out there in an Argentina shirt. Dictated the play, got about as the assist.
Richarlison, will they get one more chance? Firmino. No foul. Danilo. Fire that one in. He's looking for Messi. And it will be an Argentina throw, and they're nearly there.
Trying to lift his team that one last time, but it's just over a minute of the game. They've been excellent tonight, Argentina. They've attacked when they can. They've been defensively stubborn. They've not given much away. They came out of the blocks quite quickly at the start of the game, really signalled their intent with the pressure they put on Brazil to try and win the ball back high up. And they got their reward, and in the second half, Brazil have bits of play, moved the ball from side to side, but still not really troubled Martinez in goal. Barbosa shot 5 or 10 minutes ago. The only real moment I think that they had was on the counter. That Argentina have had 1 or 2 opportunities to finish this game off.
Not the outcome they came here hoping to see. The Argentina supporters are on the cusp of celebrating. Elation for Argentina. The wait is over. Their first title since 1993, and they have done it in the backyard of their arch-enemies. Celebration time for the Albiceleste at the Maracanã, and this is Lionel Messi's moment. He hasn't scored in the final, he has been the standout player in the tournament, and after so much talk about Messi having not been able to do it at international level, he can now toast a title with his country. It wasn't pretty, but they have got the job done. Disappointment for Neymar and Brazil, who had their opportunities, but the full-time score, Argentina 1, Brazil 0. Argentina are the 2021 Copa America champions.